come on, buddy. Hi, I'm Neil Spruce. Well, it's the new year. The weather's chilly, even here in Southern California. And a hot cup of coffee is a great way to start the day. Did you know it's one of the most commonly consumed drinks in the world? And it's got quite a history. Back in the 10th century, the first coffee house opened its doors in Istanbul. Eat your heart out, Starbucks. And by the 13th century, it gained worldwide attention, not all in a positive way. Because of its stimulating effect, coffee was actually banned by some religious orders and countries. But here we are some 600 years later, and there's no doubt that Java is as popular as ever. Safe to say it wasn't the taste that made coffee so popular. Caffeine delivered in the form of coffee or tea has a bitter taste, and bitterness was actually a signal to our early ancestors that the substance might be harmful. The rule of thumb back then was if it was sweet, fatty, or salty, it was probably safe, pretty much like it is today. With coffee, it's something scientists call the post-ingestive response, how you feel and act after you drink it. And the key word here is stimulated. Then there's the experience, the time of day, the weather, a cozy fire. Well, you get the idea. You now have an acquired taste. It's actually the same with alcohol. Not too many people truly like the taste of, say, vodka at first, but they do like the relaxed mood it creates. Now, caffeine is not only one of the most consumed substances in the world, it's also one of the most researched. And that research is telling us that regular long-term use can have a positive effect on health, fitness, and athletic performance, as well as some potential negative effects for certain people. On the positive side, coffee seems to lower the risk of type 2 diabetes. Now, this could be due to some other ingredients in coffee. We're not really sure about that yet. Caffeine appears to increase one's ability to lower weight. This is probably due to the stimulation and increase in energy it produces. A lower risk of Parkinson's disease has actually been linked to caffeine intake because it protects certain types of neurons in the brain. And finally, caffeine is used for therapeutic purposes, like treating asthma, and as a cardiac stimulant, and as a diuretic. But it's not all good news. The potential adverse effects of caffeine include a temporary increase in blood pressure, which could increase the risk of cardiovascular events in people with high blood pressure. It may contribute to osteoporosis or bone weakening because it makes us pass more calcium in the urine. When taken in high doses, caffeine can lead to anxiety, nervousness, sleep disturbance, irritability, agitation, and gastrointestinal disturbances. And finally, when you stop your caffeine intake, you could be in for temporary withdrawal symptoms like headaches and depression. The bottom line is I never use improving health as an excuse to drink coffee, even though research shows us that for most of us, there are virtually no long-term negative health effects from moderate to even fairly heavy use. Of course, with caffeine, like other substances contained in many foods, there are certain people who just can't tolerate it. But how about coffee's effects on fitness and performance? Studies have shown that caffeine can improve exercise performance, especially in delaying the time to exhaustion. The greatest effect is during exercise lasting 30 to 120 minutes. Many people don't know, but it was once banned by the International Olympic Committee. And although the ban was lifted in 2004, a maximum allowable limit still exists for both college and Olympic athletes. Most studies have shown that dosages between 400 and 600 milligrams have the best performance benefit. That's equivalent to approximately 4 to 6 cups of coffee. Now, when it comes to exercise in general, caffeine may help you exercise longer, feel less fatigue, and actually improve your motivation. And that's simply because it can increase alertness and concentration and induce a stimulating effect. So in some respects, coffee has the potential to help you reach your fitness and performance goals. Now, a hot cup of coffee is one way to get your caffeine, but at Apex, we've come up with some exciting new options. Our new Java Delight cookies come in 2 delicious flavors, iced latte and iced mocha. Each cookie contains 100 milligrams of caffeine, which is equivalent to a standard 8-ounce cup, but with 12 grams of protein and 24 grams of energy-yielding carbohydrates. Try them once and you'll definitely be hooked, but not because of the caffeine. Eat one with a cup of coffee for breakfast and you are good to go. Or enjoy one after lunch to get you through those tough afternoon meetings without the nods. They're also a great pre-workout snack. Click on the web link next to the screen or visit our nutrition store at myapex.com to check out these tasty new items. To get detailed information on caffeine, including how much is in various foods and beverages, go to myapex.com and download a copy of my monthly newsletter, The Caffeine Generation. Well, that's it for your first of many New Year's gifts from Apex. Be safe, have a wonderful New Year, and stay tuned. We'll get you ready to clear all those fitness hurdles of the 21st century. See you next month. Cheers.